We're all living a lie. America, our beloved country, is dying by the death of 1,000 cuts. Violence, corruption, illegal immigration, crooked politicians, out of control taxes. It must stop. American patriots, it's time to stand up and speak out. Together, we can restore its greatness. Choose a leader who loves our country. Unite, take action, and let's make America great again. Our home depends on it. This is more than a book. It's a call to arms.
Hello there, fellow Americans, young and old, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Libertarians, all of you. This is about subjects that apply to all of us, and we do well to remember these things. This is a very, very important subject today, and it just makes me crazy sometimes, the lies that are out there. So I like to talk about the great Black American leaders and how to challenge them to do what's right for the very young Black Americans, because they need help, and they need help not just from the government but from their leaders, because they can get a lot more done than the government does. You leave it up to Congress and it will take forever. We want to get it done instantly and very fast, less than a year. So the thing is that, and I'd like to start today about the Civil War, about that time, because from that time until today, you can see how the Democrats swindle or lie to the Black communities over the years about all kinds of things. The Civil War was in 1816, and it lasted 4 years. In the 4 years, 620,000 young Americans died for this cause. And what was the cause? The Democrats wanted to keep slavery going, and Abraham Lincoln and the Republicans wanted to put a stop to it. In Europe, already many countries had an Emancipation Act, including Great Britain a few years before, and Abraham Lincoln wanted to free all the slaves in the United States also. But the Democrats were fighting against it, and they went to war over it. And like I said, 620,000 young American men died in the war. Second thing, the Emancipation Act of 1863 was about Abraham Lincoln giving freedom to all black slaves. And when they brought it to Congress, guess what? Every Democrat voted no, every Republican voted yes. So who likes you, Democrats or Republicans? Then we have the KKK, known also as the Ku Klux Klan. It was funded by the Democrats, by the crazy Democrats that they were determined to turn wheels back, and they were lynching and killing hundreds, if not thousands, of young Black Americans. What a shame. What a shame. So they actually, if you stay and think about it, they were the first terrorist group in the United States, the Ku Klux Klan. Terrorists, because that's exactly what they were. They're ambushing young people in the roads outside the city or whatever they could, and they will torture them, and they will kill them and burn them and hang them from the trees. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. So that's another one. Then amongst them, by the way, there was a politician, Robert Byrd. He was in Congress, Senate for 50 years, and he was one of the great wizards of the Ku Klux Klan, and he was very active to filibuster the civil rights in 1964. He fought tooth and nail against it, He lost again, and but he was also a Democrat. 50 years, and he was a grand wizard. He actually financed some of these clubs, some of these organizations. So he was a horrible man, and yet people got him into Congress for 50 years. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine that. So I like you guys to remember this every time you vote. Every 2 years you have to vote. Every 4 years you vote for the president. Every 2 years vote for House of Congress. Remember this and vote for the right guy. I'm not saying the Democrats today are the same as the 100 years ago. No, I'm not saying that. But think careful and follow their thinking and their acting more than their words, because they promise you the moon every time there was an election, and then as soon as they get elected, they forgot about you. Obama was the great savior for the Black Americans. He was president for 8 years. What did he do in 8 years? Zero. Absolutely nothing. He wasn't even willing to go and visit Chicago, and he was from Chicago. 8 years, he never went to Chicago once to talk to those people and see what they can do for the people that live in the ghettos and their schools and everything. Didn't do anything. So absolutely just horrible. Lyndon Johnson in 1964, he created the Act of War on Poverty. War on Poverty, yes. That was Lyndon Johnson. I don't know what they spend every year, but in 2023, they spend $1.3 trillion. Where'd the money go? So over the 60 years since he came up with this program, they spent probably $100 trillion. Where's all this money? Where did it go? There's no one new school. There was nothing. Today, the poverty in America is worse than then. There are more people in poverty today than were then. The schools are much worse than then. Their salaries, jobs, opportunities are like zero. And yet, there are so many great Americans that came from the ghetto and became great men. So the American dream, it is, and it still is, and not as good as it used to be 40, 50 years ago. But for these people, the American dream was still alive. And people like J.C. Watts, Ben Carson, Denzel Washington, Jamie Foxx, Will Smith, Morgan Freeman, Condoleezza Rice, Candace Owens, Larry Elder, and so many more. The list goes on and on and on. Well, these people, they're all black. They all came from the ghetto, and they were able to succeed. Why? Because they had good parents and point them in the right direction and help them out. Today, amongst the black families, they're just the woman. The men are nowhere to be found. The men are not helping with raising the kids. Kids don't even know who they are. So we have to bring this back. And these people can do that. If they were for Congress and the Senate to do it, it will never happen. Because most of the politicians are a bunch of liars. Absolutely. Yeah, you heard me right. A bunch of liars. So these people, I challenge them to create an organization to help the black kids of today. And they have to go and see President Donald Trump and see how he can help. And to put some laws right away, right? I'm taking months. So the people have to put a lot of pressure on these House of Representative members and the Senator members. They have to put a lot of pressure on to pass these laws right away because it's needed. The future looks fantastic, looks great. Since Donald Trump took the presidency a few months ago, he brought in about $15 trillion for the next 4 years for companies to build in the United States. How many people do you think they're going to need to work there? How many employees they're going to need? Millions. But where are the employees? They know where to fund. So we have to make sure they're trade schools, because university is not for everybody. But trade schools are fantastic, and they can teach them different things. They can teach them whatever they want, to be electricians, to be construction workers, to be whatever. But they have to be built, and they have to be having great teachers to teach these kids and point them in the right direction, help them grow. They need to build hundreds of schools, if not thousands of schools all over the United States, and they have to make sure they're secured. And the gang members and all the other bad guys, they cannot get to them and set them on fire or sell drugs on their premises or anything like that. The kids that want to go to school, should be a law. Every kid should go to school. It should be a law that at least pre-high school, you have to finish it. And if you don't go to university, you have to finish a trade school. Then everybody will be educated. Everybody will have a reason to live, a reason to look around and find a job, and a reason to have a family. And this is very critical, very critical. So all these fantastic Americans, they have to get together. I challenge them to create something and really get going. Their life is already set. They're super rich, most of them. People listen to them because they're fantastic human beings. And go to schools and teach the kids. But more important than anything else, go see the President Donald Trump and get his help, and then put the pressure on the politicians. Go every week in a session of Congress and bring out what you want and make sure that they pass the law. If they don't pass the law in the next year and a half, when primaries are around, get them out of there. Get them out. These people, you don't want them there. They're just rhinos. And by rhino, I mean Republicans in name only. And a lot of them. I think half of the Republicans are rhinos. If you watch them over the years, you see they just talk, and no action. Okay? And now, my beautiful daughter, Anna, she's going to have something to say.
Hi! I'm back. Thank you so much for having me. So, thank you also so much. I will have that, the book. So, the book. The inspiration for this whole channel. Open letter to President Donald Trump and all American patriots. Please, if you're interested in buying the book, which we hope you are. Oh, first of all, we want to remind you that all our YouTube videos are only snippets, little snippets from chapters from this book. So if you want to read the chapters, find out everything in much more detail, please buy the book. You can check out our link in the description down below. That will take you to Amazon, where we have not one, not two, but 3 versions of the book. We have a Kindle version, so digital. We have a hardcover, and we have a paperback. So please check out the book and recommend it to your friends, your family, if you liked it, which we hope you do, because it's an eye-opener. It has facts, anecdotes, and solutions. So it has the facts and the solutions, not just the facts. It offers doable solutions for which we and our government can make America great again. Oh my God. Which Trump is already doing, by the way. He has the dream team. And speaking of Trump, yesterday was the 4th of July. So, God bless America.
God bless America.
God bless America.
And keep it powerful for the next 1,000 years or more.
Amen. Amen. And bring it back to its former glory and make it actually better than it ever was before. Because with Trump and with his team, that can definitely be possible.
Great opportunity.
Definitely. Back to the book. Actually, back to the YouTube channel. If you want to support us in our YouTube channel, please, first of all, thank you so much for watching, and to all the people that watch, we just want to tell you you're helping us. Just by watching, you're really helping us. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Also, we would love for you to subscribe. That also helps us a huge lot. Also, please like and comment so that we can know what we can do better. You can comment anything. You can comment the type of content you want to see, like what topics you would like us to talk about. You can comment how long you would like the videos to be, if you want them shorter, longer. You can comment if you want more part 2 videos, so like videos that have 2 or 3 parts, or if you want them all in one video. So you can comment absolutely anything and everything. Also, please press the little button in the shape of a bell. So that you can know each time we post a new video or a new post, or even shorts. We could also make shorts if you want. Please comment down below. So again, thank you so much, and Maga.
And she's gone. That was quick. That was very quick. So, anyways, I want to pick up where I left off. I was talking about these great American patriots, great guys, from Ben Carson to Denzel Washington, and so many more, hundreds of thousands of them, that came from the ghetto, and they were very successful, and they got their American dreams. So I would like to challenge them. And I hope they take my challenge to organize themselves in the coalition, and again, go to President Donald Trump, talk to him, see how we can help. But these people, they need to go to whatever neighborhoods they grew in, and give speeches to high schoolers, to kids everywhere. Maybe if the schools are not safe enough, meet somewhere, or maybe even in public, and give motivational speeches to these kids, because these kids have no father. Most of them have no fathers. Their mom work or whatever they do, but they grow by themselves into the streets. So they need people like this to give motivational speeches, to give them a reason to live, to give them a reason to go to school and get a great education. It's very, very important to talk to them about education, to talk to them about God, about family life, about the American dream, and really give them a lot of hope. And this cannot be just once. This has to be like once every month. I know it's a lot to ask for, but if they love their people and want to do something for them, this is the time. This is a better opportunity than ever in the history of the United States. Donald Trump is bringing trillions of dollars for the guys from outside the country to come and invest in our country for the next 4 to 6 years. So there'll be millions and millions of jobs, in all kinds of jobs, in computers, in computer science, in rockets, in cars, manufacturing batteries, you name it, in research, all kinds of opportunity. So these people, they need to show this to these kids, okay? Also, I challenge them to do something about helping these kids out. And I'm not talking building schools. This is a job for the government to build the schools. But build some kind of a place for like sports, little sports, not arena, but sports buildings where the kids after school, they can go and kind of unwind, play basketball, play volleyball, play handball, because you never know. Between these kids, once they start doing this, maybe they become great players and go professional. But more than anything else, they unwind, they stay together, they make friends, they have coaches that help them along. So better than staying in the streets and be picked on by the gang members and God knows what, or make them sell drugs or something else like that. So this is very, very important. This is the opportunity, again, of a lifetime. Never been a better opportunity for so many kids to get an education the next 2-3 years and really live the American dream, because there'll be so much money in this country, so many jobs, there won't be enough people to work in them. So that's why we need to help these people get a great, great education. And besides these people that I just talked about it, there are even corporations like SpaceX, like Tesla, like Amazon, like so many other great corporations, Pratt Whitney, GE, you name it. There are hundreds of these corporations that have billions and billions of money. They're making profit every year. The government should give these people an opportunity to help, but for that they have to have philanthropy. It has to come alive again, and the government has to give them tax breaks for things they do for the communities. Nobody's doing that anymore. In the 60s and 70s, there were people that were giving out money left and right to help the people, and the poverty was not what it is today. So, very important for these people to get involved. I mean, they make money by the billions from us. For all these people that live in this country, they make money from us. Give something back. Give something back, but give them a reason to give back. Okay? And the satisfaction will be immense for everybody, but especially for them. Charter schools, it's a must. You guys have to go and put the pressure, so much pressure on the politicians to create charter schools, and like next 6 months, before September, all schools should be turned to charter schools. Every parent should be able to receive a voucher for every single kid and take the kid to any school they want. That's the only way you're going to get these people out of the gutter. That's the only way you get these people to learn, by having great schools, safe schools, and more important, great teachers that really care about the kids. So that means that university have to put up a lot of these teachers by the thousands to teach our kids, to teach your kids, to teach all the kids that are out there, no matter where they live. The important thing is the things are happening very, very fast, and you guys have to get together yesterday and get to work. Get to work. Our enemies, they work 24/7. They don't take breaks. Why should we take breaks? No. Let's show them that America is better than ever, and it's going to be better than ever for a long, long time. We don't let these people beat us. We beat everybody. We always did. So please, get to work, get to help the people, and work hard for them. So I would like to remind everybody there are millions and millions of kids that need a great education, that they have dreams to become somebody, but they have no opportunity. We have to reach out and have these people hold them by the hand and get them through life to the point that they can stand on their own 2 feet. A lot of these kids are going to go through high school. They're going to have huge dreams, but no money to go to schools. So these people can always help these kids if they're not into drugs, they're not into drinking, and they're not into committing crime. They're really good, outstanding kids, to give them scholarships to go to the higher education. Remember, the kids are the future, not us. We are the past. The kids are the future. The way we train these kids today, the way we teach them and give them a good education, the better citizen they're going to be later on, the more useful to be to the country. And remember, all children are God's people. All children are God's kids. So we have to remember that and keep that in mind and keep working hard to help them as much as you can. So in closing, I would like to say something that John Wooden, the very famous basketball coach from the UCLA, and he said, you should be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because the character is what you are. Reputation is merely the opinion of other people of who you are. So character is very important. Remember that, character. So with this, I'd like to thank you all for watching our video today. And it was a great time being and talking to you. And the book has a lot more details about this, a lot more pages than this. I couldn't possibly talk about every chapter about the book because it will go on for years. So think of buying the book and enjoy it and share with your friends. And I promise you, you vote different than you used to vote in the past when you see all that's going on with the politicians. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.